Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Today, how are you all doing? I am live here on Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. And I'm testing out a new little chat widget. Sonic, thank you for the 63rd. Not sure if you guys like seeing chat on the screen or not, but we are at we do have different platforms running at the same time, so might be fun to see all of the chats in one place. Is kind of the idea. Pizza, thank you for the 8th month. Mia with the 68th at tier 2. Reality, thank you for the 2nd. Cool, you like it? I do have... see if that works. Yeah, I think no timestamp is better. And then I can also so over here on the Patreon view, I can also put it up here. If you guys want to see that. So that you can see the chats from other places. But it's up to you. Yeah, it might feel a little busy. I think probably I would need to have like some sort of thing under it so that you can see it better. So let's leave it off for now. Yeah, it's against Twitch rules to have multi-chat on the stream, but whatever. We are here tonight to watch the 2-hour episode of Big Brother 27. I know I say this a lot, but like they genuinely have so much material to work with. For this episode. I mean, so much material. It's quite ridiculous. If they really decide to go in on it, like they could really go in on it. Now, do I trust them to? Of course not. Not even a little bit. But there's a lot of content, and it's not often that you have a lot of content for this late into the season. Just 11 days left. But we do. I don't know why feeds are down. Yeah, 11 days left. Pretty wild. Thank you for the subscriptions, by the way. Yes, let's do the prediction. Commercial by 5:14. Let's go risky, actually. Let's go 5:15. Feed's been down for more than an hour, right? I feel like they've been down for ages. Okay, I was meaning to check this. Okay, episode's gonna start soon. Give me a moment though. I'm gonna check about the book ordering situation. So all right, episode has started. Whoops. All right, audio is working. Oops. That's where we're at. No tears, all cheers. Better strap in indeed. I watch on Paramount Plus. Double is tomorrow. Also 2 hours, yeah. I forgot about Ava bawling. Patreon, do you like me top right or do you prefer me bottom right? All right, most people are saying bottom. Would you call it a successful HOH, Lauren? Morgan and I. Just setting it all up. JM, thank you for becoming a robot over on YouTube. The Bond Girls. Episode volume, I think, is as high as it goes. I can turn me down if that's useful. The gavel sound effect. Uh-oh. Said he would like to surely not. I haven't heard him say that. I mean, they had to go in on it. How could they possibly not at this point, given all of the strategic relevance? Oh, and of course we're gonna get Zingbot. This happened after Zingbot. He's such a liar. He can't not lie. He's literally like, I literally have the receipts right here that prove I'm innocent. And on the receipt, it says guilty. Oh, boy. Early commercial. Thought maybe it'd be a longer one because it was a 2-hour episode. So we're getting Zingbot. What if we do something like, is Morgan's zing the final zing? Yes or no? Do we think Morgan's zing is going to be the final zing, the ending zing? Is auto mod back on? Hold on. Make sure I turn that off. I think it's on by default. I need to change that setting. McCherry, thank you for gifting a sub. Abcase, thank you for the 11th. Garrett, thank you for the 18th. I mean, there's tons. There's been tons of subs. Let me just try to run through some of them here. Then Harry, BG, Salty, Jackie, Adaya, Laura, Jefferson, Emily, Starving Chef, Spiff. I almost just read Hype Train. Heather Lynn, Mark, Spectro, Lereb, Ali, Sir Nightmare Gifting, Sloan, DB, SGL, Ali. Thank you all. I did just so not only are we doing the Patreon stream at the moment. Again, this is the current Patreon stream view. I also just dropped the Back to the Genius episode 8. Went back to watch the Genius, the Korean Genius show, one of the goats of reality television. And returning to the watch along series, the reaction series for the Genius on Patreon. If you are interested at all in that. I have not watched Jet Lag yet, no. Is it for sure out today? It must be, right? Out on Nebula. All right, I think we are about back. DD Wilder, thank you for the 65th. Shan, thank you for the 18th. Freaking Zingbot. Canada's not back? Why is Ava explaining this? Lauren. If Zingbot calls you boring, that means the producers hate you. That means the producers are disappointed in you. That is the worst insult from the producers. Oh, that was a good one, actually. I feel like Zingbot is me. Literally just reading the stat card, not even trying to insult him. Wait, wait, are they saying it was Keanu? That's so the episode viewers don't even have context for that. This is brutal for Ashley. This is actually devastating for Ashley. This is devastating to her jury chances. Oh boy, that's actually so rough. Keanu. Number one. Oh my god, her face. Vote for the best sing? There's no way she did that with Zingbot still there. They definitely cut that together. That's not true, Morgan. You know that's not true. They think they can lie to us. Oh, please show some footage. Vince can't even tell Keanu he smells. She is acting like that. Esther, thank you for the 2,000. She gave you a long, passionate hug. So frustrating that they're presenting Keanu's perspective here because I know the casual audience loves Keanu. I mean, there's no way it could possibly. I'm sure there is a way. I mean, I feel like it will be difficult for them to continue this narrative, but they very much ended that on like, well, if Morgan's doing something to make people think that I'm cheating, then I'm going to have to put my foot down. Which is just so absurd. Morgan's zing was the final one. Do they crown the HOH winner in the next segment? Like, listen, there's a whole can of worms in the discussion about like who carries how much responsibility in an affair type situation. And I think most people average out at around it's more the responsibility of the person cheating, but that doesn't mean that the person they're cheating with is completely innocent of responsibility. They just don't carry as much responsibility. Some people would go further, some people would go not as far. But all of that pushed to the side, what nobody should say is that it's more on the responsibility of the person, like the seductress, because let's be real, it's usually the woman who is like at fault, like, oh, she's doing this to you, or so on and so forth. And more specifically, in this particular scenario, it is incredibly clear that Vince is the initiator in the vast majority of physical intimacy. He is the person who is constantly asking her to sleep with him up in the HOH room, sleep with him in the same bed, sleep with him not facing the opposite direction. Is it okay if I touch your feet? Is it okay if I cuddle your legs? Is it okay if I breach the pillow barrier? I just want to make sure. Listen, kudos to proper consent, but he very much is the initiator in, again, the vast majority of their actions. And so for it to be presented at all like she's maybe looking like she's maybe making it look like you're cheating is not even close to reality. All right, and we're almost back. Almost back. But again, I feel like if they want to make good television, they can't keep making it seem like that's the case. We're actually back now. Because so much of the story of this week is him trying to initiate physical intimacy. What I will say is, otherwise, fairly good Zingbot performance. One of the better ones in the last few years, I would say. Although, again, brutal for Ashley. Kind of hate that Zing for her. Vince didn't want to win. Why are they using a fake BB Flicks when they can just use the Paramount Plus UI? Jeez, the flashing is like disturbing me. So I'm pretty sure it was middle school. We made a little parody video for a class where we did, you know, a parody of a few different movies like Batman, Point Break. And I'm pretty sure the quality was roughly the same as what we just watched. Was I Keanu? No, my friend was. We used sticks for the chase scene instead of a gun. He threw them up in the air in frustration. I just, I get frustrated at the confessionals. It completely takes you out of the intensity of the moment. It's like everyone went with true. Why are we hearing the explanation for it? Kelly's so good at just picking up on random details. It's why she won those blockbusters. Vince was so proud of this. Vince was so proud of this tiebreaker answer. It's like, from the second the competition started, I knew what the tiebreaker would be, and I was preparing. For the record, he accidentally did 60 times 3 and wrote 120, then erased it and wrote 130 or 180. And he still went over. Zingbot called me a crybaby. I'm not gonna cry this time. That's truly some famous last words. All right. They did, in fact, crown an HOH winner. Next prediction. What should the next prediction be? Kelly's cry. Do they do noms? I don't think we'll do noms, right? What if we do what about like Ava DR? Do we get an Ava DR in the next segment? Vince did not get a letter from his girlfriend, no. Feed's back. They're just speculating about a twist, but I don't think they... Maybe they were told there is a twist coming. It could have just... They could have just been down for nothing in particular also. Contestants always think... this is so often said, like, you know, we hate the twists, but the audience, I guess, loves them. It's like, what audience? Why do you think this? All right, this is boring. All right, we should be starting soon. Here we are. Oops. There's Ava. Record for most time was one person put up the same person. I mean, Hardy put up Will like every time he was HOH, which was like 3. It feels like they want to make this episode good. I feel like they're giving it a bit of a epic, dramatic feel. This is what I'm talking about. Ashley just getting inside of Morgan's brain. Why are the contestants arguing with me about this? All right. Next prediction. Please, 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 please. Do we get Vince saying please, 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 please in the next segment? If you don't know, This is from a conversation he had with Lauren, trying to convince him to allow her to put her on the block, allow him to put her on the block. It was outside in the backyard. I mean, how could you possibly not show this? I know there are a lot of conversations to show, but this one is easily one of the funniest. In a world where this is 2 1-hour episodes, nominations should take place next. Do we get Jerry Giler Jailerson? I actually think we probably don't. I think that's hard to make work in the episode. I think it's funniest completely devoid of context as a clip. But in an episode, you'd expect there to be more context. And it's not as funny with context. It's still funny, but it's just not as funny. And it doesn't really go anywhere either. Like, it's just a one-off. Whereas the moment in the door, oh, hi. That one can be, I think, be pretty easily put into the episode. That was right before the veto got used. So that could be in this episode. We're back. He's even giving us the bullshit excuse in the diary room. He can't tell the truth if it would save his life. Not only did he actively encourage the fake story of I'm nominating Keanu because of Cheating Island, he's actively trying to pretend it's the real story on the show. Oh, wow. They're cutting straight to this one. This is the please conversation. For the record, this is, I think, the third or fourth time he has approached her about going on the block at this point. I'm sorry, Lauren. You can't be confused. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not an ally. Maybe. I don't know. Think about it. No, don't. Stop. We got the pleases. Okay, we got the pleases, which is obviously funny. I do, though, I will say I am heavily missing the let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Yeah? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Please? Come on, let's do it. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Let's do it. Yeah? No? Come on, let's do it, please. Yes, let's do it. Like, it was the most pathetic thing. That he was literally just trying to, it was like just a last-ditch effort. Yes, that actually happened. He was literally just trying, like, as though she were a dog. He was trying to get her excited. Like, oh, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, please, yes. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. And then as soon as it stopped, like as soon as it became clear to him that it wasn't working, he'd be like, come on, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. fine. I'll just fuck my game up then. It was just, it's just so ridiculous. $14, thank you for the 11th. Prediction. We had to do prediction. Ashley DR. We'll just go simple. Yeah, people sent me that Keanu was wondering if people were gonna analyze his game. Please don't ever compare them to a married couples. My husband may be a casual, but we do not argue like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, and the problem is, I feel like I say it too often, but it's so often true. But it's especially true now that they're like middle schoolers. It's so wild to me how many people we watch on the show that seem so immature, especially when it comes to relationships. And it's just like, I just like, you know what? Like, I just feel like, don't we leave that behind? Don't most of us leave that behind in middle school? Like, maybe high school? Yeah, I know. It's just it's one thing to be like, I guess a lot of people must be like that, and it's another thing to like actively watch it like year after year. All right, we're back. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Gonna give my middle schooler a complex. I mean, on the bright side, I think genuinely, this is why Big Brother could be good educational content. As long as you're there to help educate them on why it's so ridiculous what they're doing. Listen, genuinely, like rehearsed or not, I'd be for that if she did anything other than sleep. If she actually made good on that, I'd be down. The lack of reaction, I think, did not help Ava. It's again, it's like when you're trying to go at Vinny, it's not you're not gonna get much because he's just gonna go. "Aw." Oh, nighttime. Here we go. Oh, these are not the two I was expecting. Oh, this is when she's like, yeah. I mean, she basically told Kelly she wasn't sure she would use the veto. So I don't know why they had that specific scene with her in the diary room saying she might, implying she would. She certainly wouldn't have used it on Kelly. Partnership. don't say that. It's fine. I obviously can't help but think about how I would have edited that together. I feel like we got some of the highlights. I felt like I couldn't properly portray how ridiculous these conversations were in the update, but like it feels like they're barely trying in the episodes. Or in this episode at least. I think it's fine, but like they're not showing that this is lasting until 6 in the morning. They're not showing that this is every single night. They're not showing like that they're sleeping together afterward. Like there's a lot that I think they could be doing here. They didn't even get the great angles from the screenshots. Yeah, I mean, I think like a time lapse would be effective here. Maybe it's still to come. Him asking her to sleep in his bed multiple times, I think, is absolutely crucial. Him basically declaring his love for her needs to be in here at some point. Listen, I get it. I have had to for the last like 5-6 days make a lot of decisions about what to include and what not to include. Oh wow, did we get an Ashley DR? I wasn't even. Yes, we did. Okay. Okay, you know what? A lot of stuff comes from after Morgan wins veto. So I'm assuming we're gonna get veto draw. Next. This is gonna be a quick prediction, 30 seconds. I think we're about to be back already. There we are. I know that's annoying for you, Keanu. I love being a girl. There's a lot of unnecessary Keanu in this episode. He really isn't that vital to the storyline of the week. Yeah, it is. It is so Big Brother to have a segment about how the women have dominated the season, narrated by a man. And here we go. Wow, they really should have made more of a deal of like the whole point of putting Keanu in more of these segments should have been to show the blunder of picking Morgan here. But I feel like they barely made a deal of it. Maybe we'll get more from Ashley now. Okay, here we go. You don't say. I'm loving this edit right now, by the way. I wouldn't want to. I'm loving this. Kelly had the first final two with Vince. Do we finish the veto competition in one segment? The next segment. I love that edit though. Here is why. Such a pure cause and effect. It told a story and it showed us the whole thing. Veto draw. Ashley and Ava in the bathroom. Keanu walks in. They talk about Lauren going up. Ava overhears. Ava needs to go and talk to Lauren. She talks to Lauren, tells Lauren, I'm hearing that Vince might put you up. Lauren needs to talk to Vince. Lauren talks to Vince, asks him what's up with that. He says, I don't want to. They go somewhere more private. They have a further conversation. Like, that is such a it just pleases me. It just pleases me the way that they told that story. And it's exactly what I mean when I was talking about the earlier conversations with Morgan. It's exactly the same thing. If they had done something similar with those Morgan conversations, maybe they plan to for the future ones because they can only use it once. It's not strictly true, but they could. There's maybe a world where they think they can only use it once, where it's like, hey, we are doing this like thing where they have an argument, fast forward, they're still arguing, fast forward, they're still arguing, and you're hitting the highlights. Like, I think that would be very good. Debaser, thank you for the $2. Zach could be laughing himself senseless. I feel like Zach is out on the social media streets just dogging on Morgan, no? And Ashley still? He bet $100 that Ashley would be voted out last week. When? When did he make that bet? I assume when she got nominated? Or after the veto? I mean, to be fair, that's not a bad bet after the veto. It was looking like, I mean, I wouldn't make that bet after the veto, but I could understand why somebody might have. Thursday night? He made the bet Thursday night? That can't be true. You know, no, sorry, hold on. I need to reset my brain. This is the man that didn't use the veto on himself. He made a bet for $100 that Ashley would be voted out in a spot where she was basically guaranteed to not be voted out because she had flipped the votes. Why not just check on the feeds, bro? $9,900. See, this is why I think I could make money gambling on Big Brother. Because there are people like Zach that exist. All right, we're back. We're back. Oh, it's this one. There's just something so funny to me about being like, oh, this one. It's this one. Yeah, this one. You don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called either. I'm not saying he shouldn't say it. It's just very funny to me to be like, yeah, I know this one. This one. So excited for this one. Lauren's talking to Vince. Of course, she's whispering to him in the HOH room. Yeah, Ashley wasn't winning this one. You know, it's not impossible that Ashley could have won this one. This is one of the more equitable physical competitions, if that makes sense. Because it's difficult enough that it's not just about being fast. It's still probably going to go to an athlete, but a non-athlete has a chance. Yeah, the sound effects are wild. I'm surprised there's like Keanu's standing straight. They're all standing straight up. I'm surprised they're not like crouching more on the pivot point. And there it goes. Yeah, those balls are bouncy. Son of a nutcracker. So we know that Morgan's winning strategy was to do the big ones last. I believe. There we go. Widening the stance, getting low. I'm so shocked that it took this long for them to figure that out. I actually do think big going last makes sense. Just thinking about it. Because there's more small balls. And I think you want all of the same sized balls to be in the thing at the same time. So if you have one big one in there, it's like pushing the small ones off. And there it is. Well, 84% thought we would finish the veto comp, huh? I didn't. Veto comps are so often 2 parts. I really figured it'd be 2. I'm surprised so many people thought it'd be 1. Some hard heart-to-heart decisions. Lauren, stop calling yourself his final 2. It is true. But at the same time, it's not. All right, we did finish the veto competition. Next prediction will be... hold on, let me find... Do we get Vince's quote? Man, there's so many good ones, actually. Which one are they going to choose? Hold on. It can't be. This is further back. It's, how about... Do we hear Vince say, I want you in my life forever? Specifically that quote, I want you in my life forever. In the next segment. Doesn't matter who, he only says it to Morgan. I could have also asked about the sleeping arrangements. Maybe that would have been more fun, but we're committed. You want to see Morgan play without Vince? I mean, you have. That was her earlier in the game, basically. She tried to do this with Zach. He just wasn't biting. And that's the thing, too, about, like, Morgan, is that, like, yes, she's being really possessive. And we also know that she like was possessive with Zach also. So like this is definitely a quality of hers, a trait of hers. However, it should be noted that despite that, she is right. Like if this were a relationship, Vince is cheating on her with Lauren in the game. Like she's not crazy. You know what I mean? It's just weird because she very likely would be doing this anyway because we saw her do it with Zach. But although to be somewhat fair, it was also true with Zach. He also just wasn't into her. That was the whole thing. But it was weird for her to do it with Zach because he didn't even really express all that much interest in her. But like again, in this instance, like Vince he does have a final two with Lauren, and he does want to take Lauren to the final two. So like when she's watching them click heels on the television, you know, is it's both things. It's A, ridiculous, but also B, she's right. Like it's both. The methodology of getting there is wrong, but the conclusion is not wrong. All right, we're back. of the gamers. We be gaming. We be streaming. Doing things involving the games. Guys, I'm so honored to be your streamer. So honored to be your gamer. Just so honored to be here with you guys. Here is a 10 Peter. 10th season. We be gaming here. Showing the rinky-dink little clip that they use for the veto. No, don't cry. Come on. Come on. It's such a stupid argument. Mr. Superfan really thinks he'll lose jury votes if he doesn't stay true to the alliance. Famously, no winner has ever gone against their alliance. I can't be mad at this. I can't be mad at them giving Ava credit for this because I do think it's fair. I do think this conversation changed Morgan's mind. I think it would have been changed anyway, but this is not a lie. It's not fabricated. You just know his heart fluttered when he said, "You're getting hot." Because I'm saying it, but I'm not really saying it. Nobody can pin me down. Please give us the time lapse edit, please. How? Yes, this is exactly what we needed. The sun rises. Getting ready in the morning together. Come on. Ah, they're leaving out all of the good, juicy stuff, though. Hear that epic music? They've been building this. I see what they're doing. I think this is good. Um, the only minor complaint is that they left out a lot of great lines. They even had the like, you can't burn me on this. It's more than just game, Morgan. You know. Like, come on. You could have just left that playing for another few seconds. But I guess that would interfere with the like it's all Morgan edit that they've got going on. Good stuff though. Overall, definitely what we were looking for. We know on the I Want You in My Life Forever. Final DR. Is it Vince, Morgan, Lauren, Ashley, Keanu, Kelly, Ava? Thank you, by the way, to Run Dedra, Gecko, Sonoran, Kentucky, the subscriptions. What I will say, it's possible, again, just like what we talked about at the first part of this episode, we do have a 2-hour episode tomorrow. It's possible that they're saving the juicy, dramatic stuff for tomorrow. But they don't have a ton of time because it is a double with a blockbuster. So, but they've got to have some kind of Lauren nominated fallout. So we probably, and plus the now pitch to get Lauren evicted. So there's definitely space for some of the juicier dramatics there. Right, we're back. Do 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 do. I'm not on the recap tonight. No. She was supposed to have a bigger speech. By the way, Vinny did that Ava walk when she told him her speech. He was like, "Oh, and then she'll walk up like this," and he did that. I think I was streaming at the time when we watched it. Oh no, they didn't show the door moment. I guess they still could tomorrow. She can't even. She says it's not going to be the same. How about no relationship, Lauren? Oh, Morgan crushed that. All right, so that was a Morgan final DR, right? Um, so basically, it seems like what they've gone with is they are lightening up Vince's responsibility in the cheating situation, while also lightening up Morgan's less strategic motivations, making Vince look more like he was manipulated in the game and maybe like seduced, while having Morgan feel more in control, more strategically forceful. So kind of a trade-off. Like, yeah, we're gonna put more of the cheating responsibility on Morgan, but we're also going to give her extra credit. Like, we're gonna give her lots of credit for the game. She will look evil, but she will look like powerfully evil, as opposed to jealously evil. I mean, she still looks a little bit, not to the extent that maybe they could have. I still don't love it. I would prefer what we actually have because I think it's way more interesting. But it could be worse. Yeah, Black Widow edit is exactly, I think, the right way to describe it. Could be worse quote of the season. So there it is. That's the episode tonight. Of course, if you are a patron of mine, I hope you enjoyed the patron version of the watch party. If not, thank you for joining me anyway. Thank you for all the subscriptions over on Twitch and the members on YouTube and all of the various places you decide to hang out. I'll mention again. I meant to say this earlier about the book. So the QR code is still there. The website taranarmstrong.com now has additional links to other places where you can buy the book. So this is for if you have not bought one already, or if you just plan to buy more for other, whatever the case is. If you plan to buy one at some point, there are now more links. There's the audiobook version, obviously, and there's also a couple new stores you can order from. One of them has signed copies ready to go now. So at taranarmstrong.com, if you go to the Eagle Eye link, and I'll fix these links to be a little more clear later as well. But Eagle Eye goes to the Eagle Eye bookshop. This is a store in Georgia. They will have in the available formats a signed book plate hardcover. And if you order that, you will get a signed version of the book. And I looked at their website. They do have international shipping. So they have a lot of countries listed there. Hopefully yours is on one of them if you wanted international shipping for a signed copy. This is definitely a good option for you. If you have not ordered the book yet or plan to order the book in the future, then ordering from that bookstore or any of the other ones listed at the moment would be very helpful for me because we're trying to get sales in different stores now to help with potentially getting on a like bestseller lists and such. So check it out. I mentioned this also that the book got a review in Publishers Weekly, which is very cool. It's like an industry magazine. Basically, like what my agent said was like, it's like these are like professional book people. And the fact that they liked the book and gave it a positive sort of review is like a really cool indicator that that like the book works for people outside of the Big Brother community and stuff like that. So I thought that was very fun. I thought that was very cool. Just like the fact that like actual book people read it and were like, yeah, this is good. This is penetrating and persuasive. Very affirming for sure. So check it all out. Again, I'll have the links worked on eventually. Oh, and so the current signed copy link, the book Catapult, they will be ending signed orders on the 30th, and that is on the website now too. It's saying that last date of pre-order is the 30th for the book Catapult only. That's partially because they have so many orders that they that they need to, in order to make sure guarantee that they can get them all out, they need to end the orders at the end of the month. So those other places will eventually be the only place you can get them, or you can get them moving forward after the 30th. So just some things to clear up here. Signed copies of, yeah, I mean, I'm working on making sure the other links all have signed copies as well. I don't think they've put them up yet. Oh, I did notice, by the way, on Libro for the audiobook. Oh, I was number 2 on best-selling art audiobooks. I don't know why I'm in the art category, but that was cool. So signed bookplate means that they are going to send me a page that I'm going to sign, and then I'm going to send it back, and they're going to like put the page in the book as part of the book. Does that make sense? So instead of signing the finished book, I'm sort of like signing the almost finished book, and then they're going to finish it with a book plate kind of deal. It was not quite the same, but pretty close. Always will be my real signature, yeah. Have I decided on a book signing event? Not quite. Still have to sort of figure out a way to gauge interest, figure out a way to see if there's anything I can do. I don't know. There's so much going on. It's like, I don't even know. Amazon is not offering signed copies. On Patreon, the 2 higher tiers give the live stream access stuff. Sally, you're the one that emailed me about. So, Sally, Magic City Books. I got the email. I told my marketing team about it. That's why we have Magic City Books up there. I think they got in touch with the store. So thank you for the email. I would obviously love to do an event. It's just a matter of like I said, knowing that there will be people that show up and stuff. I know many of you would love to come, but you all live all across the world. So I have to figure out where it would be, and if there is a place where enough of you would come. Yeah, virtual events have been talked about for sure. That's definitely something that would be feasible. But I obviously I'd love to do an in-person one. But we'll see. I'll see again. I'll see if like there's more we can do to figure out a better way to gauge interest or what the logistics would be. It's hard to like. There's genuinely so much going on. Trying to wrap up the season and trying to make sure we get like, make sure the audiobook is available, make sure to order from these other stores, which is a very confusing thing. I'm very sorry about it. But like basically like we genuinely have enough sold that we should be able to make like a New York Times bestseller list. Like it should be possible, but but it still might not happen. Um, and one of the reasons why it might not happen is because most of the books are sold at one store. And so it's like very important that we try to push to other stores now to get more variety, to have a better chance of actually being able to land on the list. So it's very confusing. It's very hard to like tell people, and I imagine most of you bought a book already, so it's like kind of tricky. But doing our best. At some point, like once I have the links more organized, we'll maybe make a harder push for it, but um, we'll see. Deadline to buy it for the bestseller list. Pre-order, or the first. I think all the pre-orders will count. Basically, how the bestseller list works is that they count all of the pre-orders as week one sales. So your chance to get on the list is if you've got enough pre-orders in that first week, then for 1 week you will be on the list. Like basically impossible for me to be on the list for more than like the first week or whatever. But it's possible if you get enough pre-orders to land on there. Best place to buy to help get number one. So again, any of the links on TaranArmstrong.com, Eagle Eye, Anderson's, Magic City. Those would be good. There's probably more to come as well. If one of them is near you, that's obviously a great option. And they should start having options for the ability to sign. Right now, Eagle Eye is the only one that has a definitive signed option outside of Catapult. And again, it's all very confusing. You'd like to do a ticketed event at Magic City? I mean, we could certainly try to see if something and maybe you have a better idea of what you think you could get people out for. So yeah, feel free to send something. I don't think the audiobook counts for bestseller now. No. I'm finding all of this like very fascinating personally. Like all of the logistics of like bestseller lists and like how even like royalties work. How like authors get paid. The whole publishing process in general. If you're curious, if you look up Brandon Sanderson, book signing stream. I think this is roughly what I would do for book plates. Let me see if I can pull this up. If I'm understanding it myself correctly. I think I can probably get this up myself. See how he's signing like a page? And that page is going to be bound into the book. So that's how it will work for any of the stores that are not local specifically to me, because it would be extremely cost prohibitive to send a whole book. So instead, they just send a page. Oh, Patreon stream didn't see it. Sorry about that. That's right, because I didn't do this. Oh, I could be wrong. This might be a different thing. Either way, it will still be my actual signature. Rob said today, I've never said no to an interview deep dive, but I've shrugged at one. Yeah. I think that's fair. Okay, I think I was wrong. I think a book plate is more like it's not bound into the book, it's like placed into glued into the book. Either way. Stamped, printed, stuck. um like a pay. I'll ask. Not a stamp. Yeah, either way, it'll be signed. So what I do have to do is like figure out what my like what am I gonna do with it? Like I've got to prep for all the signatures for sure. Like what kind of pen am I gonna use? um. All right, podcast started. I should get off here. Then thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back tomorrow for the episode. and I will be on the podcast tomorrow night. So another 2-hour extravaganza. But thank you for joining me. Thank you for the support, and I will see all of you tomorrow. I'm so honored to be your streamer.